Hi everyone, I'm Mark Wunderlich, and I'm coming to you from my favorite chair here in my home in Catskill, New York. And I'm going to be reading a poem to you from the Paris Review archive by the poet C.D. Wright, and the poem is called Our Dust. I am your ancestor. You know next to nothing about me. There is no reason for you to imagine the rooms I occupied or my heavy hair. Not the faint vinegar smell of me or the rubber damp of Forrest and I coupling on the landing en route to our detached day. You didn't know my weariness, error, incapacity. I was the poet of shadow work and towns with quarter-inch phone books, of failed roadside zoos, the poet of yard eggs and sharpening shops, jobs at the weapons plant and the Maybelline factory on the penitentiary road. A poet of spiderwort and jacks in the pulpit, hollyhocks against the tool shed, an unsmiling dark blonde. The one with the trowel in her handbag, I dug up protected and private things. That sort I was. My graves went undecorated and my churches abandoned. This wasn't planned, but practice. I was the poet of short-tailed cats and yellow line paint, of satellite dishes and Peterbilt trucks, red man chewing tobacco, triple hut cream soda, also of dirt daubers, night crawlers, martin houses, honey, and the whetstones from the Novaculite uplift. I had registered dogs for sale, rocks, dung, and straw. I was a poet of hummingbird hives, along with red-headed stepbrothers. The poet of good walking shoes, a necessity in vernacular parts, and push mowers. The rumor that I was once seen sleeping in a refrigerator box is false. He was a brother who hated me. Nor was I the one lunching at the governor's mansion. I didn't work off a grid, or prime the surface if I could get off without it. I made simple music out of sticks and string. On side B of me, experimental guitar, night repairs, and suppers such as this. You could count on me to make a bad situation worse, like putting liquid makeup over a passion mark. I never raised your rent, or anyone else's, by God. Never said I loved you. The future gave me chills. I used the medium to say, arise, arise, and come together. Free your children. Come on, everybody. Let's start with Baltimore. Believe me, I am not being modest when I admit my life doesn't bear repeating. I agreed to be the poet of one life, one death alone. I have seen myself in the black car. I have seen the retreat of the black car. I love this poem by C.D. Wright, which seems to, imagine a voice from beyond the grave, a kind of posthumous poem. And it reminds me of poems by Emily Dickinson where she's speaking from the crypt, or where there's a speaker who's reporting from some afterlife. And I think one of the things, of course, that poets do so well is they help us conceive of our mortality. And this CD does with her attendant humor, her wit, and her evident love of the world and its many things. So thanks for listening. Hang in there.